Good evening, all participants. We'll wait for a few minutes. Let the participants join. Good evening, all of you. Good evening, sir. Our resource person is with us. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
I'll request Dr. Navneet Jadhav to welcome you, sir, for today's session. Over to you, Navneet Jadhav, sir.
Thank you, Gowtham, sir. Good evening, our respected resource person and our dear participants. I, Dr. Navneet Jadhav, Assistant Professor of Physical Education, welcome you all on the third day Virtual Faculty Development Program on Fundamentals of Research Articles Publication. I once again welcome to our resource person and eminent speaker, Mr. R. Gowtham, sir, on behalf of all staff members. I welcome you, sir. Our topic for today is key considerations in drafting research article and journal selection. Thank you all. Words over to you, R. Gowtham, sir. Please.
Thank you so much for this warm welcome. Thank you, sir. And once again, I also thank the Tulani Institute of Commerce for creating this beautiful platform to the academicians and research scholars. Yes, I rightly pointed out today. Right, today's topic of discussion is also quite so important because the topic is key considerations in research article drafting and journal selection. So from today, this is going to be purely a live session, which I would like to tell you. There won't be anything like a formal PowerPoint presentation. I will directly show you how to find the journals, and simultaneously I'll explain you what are all the things that when you select a journal, what are all the things which you have to find it out. Okay, so I thought that would be make you more practical, right? So that you can, because I have seen requests coming to my mail stating that how to find the journals, how to search for journals, all such things. So what I planned was instead of making this so much of a theoretical with PowerPoint presentation, let me show you some databases through which we can easily identify our own journals, right? So with regard to manuscript drafting, of course, the journal themselves provide certain guidelines with regard to that, and I hope that is quite fine, necessary, sufficient enough for us to proceed further. Okay, so without wasting much of the time, so I will take you to four different publishers and database so that we can identify the journal. So how to identify or how to find out what are all the journals at the state, right? So let me share my screen. Yes. Yes. So I hope it is sharing. Yes. So I hope you can see my screen and you could find uh, this thing, right? You can always find the my screen, right? Okay, fine. So the first thing which I'm going to show you is to how to uh, search for a journal, right? Especially we are all people from the commerce and management domain. So how to search for our journals? See, there are different databases, there are different publishers who are there offering wide range of journals, especially in commerce and management category, right? And with regard to commerce as is concerned, right, if you take at an international level publishers or databases, most of them you won't find having a specific discipline called as commerce, right? They won't use the term commerce. Why, sir? What is the reason, right? So though is a commerce is a very, it's like a very big umbrella, the subfields which are there inside the commerce that we have studied previously has now emerged as an independent special disciplines, right? So they have become like, take for example, previously if you take 10-20 years back, management was there, right? Of course, the different kinds of management were also there, different functional based managements were there, but not quite so popular in the quite 50 years back. But now you see human resource management, right, itself has become a line of specialization. Marketing management itself has become a line of specialization, right? Logistics and supply chain management itself has become a separate line of specialization today, right? So if you take all these things, they are all actually comes under the management concept, but still since the narrow specializations have increased further, you cannot find exactly, of course, management still people are using, but in terms of commerce, there is no such separate categories which these international publishers or databases are using. So don't worry, because they have bifurcated everything into different categories like marketing, finance, economics, econometrics, and so on, right? So the first database which I'm going to take you through is the Scopus database, right? Because now Scopus is quite so popular. Yes, of course, SCI is also popular, but still among the arts and science, arts colleges and humanities people, social science people, commerce background people, we are still aiming for Scopus. So how to search for a journal in a Scopus, right? How to, first we will we will run through first of all how to search for a journal. Then we can talk about with so many journals over there how to select our own journal and draft our manuscript accordingly, right? So to what to say, to find or to search for our journals, you have to go to the Scopus website. Of course, I'm coming through my institutional access. Otherwise, you can always go to Google. If you don't have an institutional access, you can always go to Scopus, right? If you Google and type Scopus, this page will come up, right? This page, it will take you to this page. This is like you will get a page like Scopus preview, right? Why it is called as Scopus preview means this is a free site, right? Scopus basically offers a subscription based content, right? If you subscribe, you can access almost all the available features that are there in the Scopus. But if it is as now we see, if I type it here, it's coming as preview. So you have a limited access, right? And if you feel that your university has provided you with an institutional access, you can always check it out on this site. So let us come back to each and everything one by one. So now I'm going through my institutional access and I'm going to click sources. And even if you are in a free website, you can always click on this sources, right? So once you go to the sources, what they mean here sources, they are nothing but the sources are nothing but the journals list, What they refer to here as source is nothing but the journals which are indexed in the database. Kindly remember, Scopus is not a publisher, right? You have to keep that point in mind. So don't confuse between a publisher and a database, right? Publisher is something different, database is something different. Scopus is just an indexing database. Scopus is not a publisher, right? So similarly, Web of Science, which we have, is not a publisher. They are only the indexing database, right? They are just only an indexing database. Scopus is also only an indexing database like a Google Scholar. We don't normally call Google Scholar as a publisher, right? That's an indexing database. So likewise, Scopus, Web of Science are all indexing agencies rather than the publishers. So then who can I call as a publisher? See, the Scopus is also a byproduct of Elsevier, right? We can call Elsevier as publishers. We can call Clarivate Analytics as our publisher. But we cannot call Scopus or Web of Science as our publisher. So you have to keep those points. Though they are all the products of Clarivate Analytics, products is only Web of Science. Elsevier products is only Scopus. So you should not always interchange, because normally since we come across these terms like Scopus, Web of Science, all such things, immediately which publisher, if they ask, you immediately respond like Scopus, right? Because of the our much exposure to this. Okay, fine. Now coming back to the sources, right? You can find your sources in this web page, right? You can find your sources in this web page. So here you have different 4 broad categories, right? Here you can find 4 broad categories. What are those 4 broad categories? One is your subject area, another one is a title, third one is your publisher, and fourth one is your ISSN number. And each has its own specific purpose, right? Subject area, when you will use a term like a subject area, right? When do you use the subject area? This is for the beginners, right? This is like for the beginner. Though Scopus does not say anything like that. For our understanding, let us take subject area is for the beginners. Say for example, you have a well-structured paper, you got a very good, nice paper, but you don't know what are all the journals that are available for publication. What are all the papers? What are all the journals in my domain? Not about my paper. Let us come to the paper concept little bit later, right? But you don't know what are all the journals that are there in my management domain or commerce domain. Then this option will be a better choice for you, right? This option will be a better choice for you. So what you can do, you can click on this subject area, right? You can click on this subject area, and as soon as you click your subject area, this will come like enter subject area. You can either type it like management, or you may not necessarily go through this, right? You can once you click it here, all the domains will come up here, right, with the broad category as well as the subcategory, right? Hope I'm clear. With the broad category as well as subcategory, you will get area. Say for example, here what you find, here you could find agricultural and biological sciences. This is a very broad category. Under that broad category, various disciplines. So don't think these are all the journal names, right? Under that, there are so subdivisions, sub domains which are there. So say for example, you feel, sir, I don't want this entire agricultural and biological sciences. I am coming part of my is purely on the aquatic sciences, or it's my purely based on food sciences. In that case, what you can do, you need not select this, rather you can choose this, right? Rather you can choose this. You can deselect this also, right? So if you are very confident about your narrow specialization, this is what the exact area that's my paper will come up means, then you can always directly select the subcategory. Say for example, you are not, sir, it's better that I look into the broader domain itself. Then what you can do, you can always select the this one, the broad category option, and you can deselect it. you can always deselect. So as far as our concern, our area of concern, and if you are from literature, because in one of the time I saw somebody asking about literature. See, you have a separate category called literature and literary theory. You can always choose that. So as far as our botheration is concerned, now here is our domain, right? This is our domain, our commerce and management domain. I think they are putting it under 3 different categories. So what I am going to do, I am going to click on business, management and accounting. Business, management and accounting. Right? All these things we are going to put this out. Right? Business, management and accounting. So I have selected this domain. Let us scroll down. Then comes what? Chemical engineering, not necessary. Chemistry is also not our domain. Computer science is also not our point of discussion. Decision sciences, yes, of course, you can take few things from here. Say, for example, information systems and management, right? We have concepts like management information system, decision support system, right? HR, human resource information system, like such things. So I think those things will be covered under this information system and management. And I can also click on this management science and operation research. So some slight topics which will be coming into our domain. So I'm going to select that. Then dentistry, earth and planetary sciences. Then comes again here, right? This is our again more or less related to our these are like sub branches, right, for our study. So basically they are putting it to them under finance. Normally we can choose finance. Usually we don't choose economics, econometrics and finance, but still for our understanding purpose, let us take, because sometimes finance is also coming here. So we may not know the journals which are covered with. So if you are from engineering, you can choose this engineering and go further. So now I have selected all such things. Now there is also another area which people will look into it. So let us go one by one. People will also look for multidisciplinary, right? Nowadays, many journals are publishing large number of papers in the name of multidisciplinary. So you can always also click multidisciplinary. So totally how many domains I have now selected so far? So again, you have social sciences. If you are from anthropology, communication, development, health, human factor, this is also some way or the other related to us. So now I have chosen multidisciplinary. I have chosen some part of finance, and I have also chosen our management domains also. So now what you can do, you can click on this apply. You can click on this apply. So once you click on here, the subject will show what are all the topics that you have chosen. See here, unfortunately, what I have done, I have chosen agriculture and biological sciences, which is not a part of discussion for us now. So I'm going to delete this. You can, if you click on this X or cancel button, you can click on this. So I'm going to delete that. So once I delete that, now I see on these selected domains, I now got around 3,150 journals with me, right? I nearly have 3,150 journals which is now available for me for the publication. Oh my God, right? It's a very big task, right? Out of this 3150, it is very much important for us to find 1 or 2 journals out of this, right? So this is our big task. Now, if you normally see, right, this 3,150, right? Yesterday I told you that Scopus, right? Scopus is having different subclassifications for own of its listing, right? It is having its own site. It has its own classification of for how it how it indexes the database, right? So in that case, what we are going to do, we are just going to focus on, oh sorry, yeah, we are just going to focus on how to evaluate on different criteria. Say for example, first you say, sir, I want only the top journal. I don't want any other journal. This 3150 is not needed for me. I want only the top journals. Right? How can I do that? How can I do that? So what you can do, you can go back here and click here. Right? Show only titles in the top 10 percentile. Right? You could find show only titles in top 10 percentile. So select that option, and in the top you could find filter refine list. Right, you could find filter refine list. So just click on this option, show only titles in top 10% and click apply, and click apply. So once you click apply, you now see 3150 was there. Now it has now brought down to 377. These are like a very high quality journal, right? Very top tier journal, very top tier journal, right? So that is the another aspect. So that is the another aspect. So you can, if you are really targeting very high quality journal, you can always filter this and look for. So now you got 377 coming up. Say for example, sir, this is going for 19 pages. How can I check every time one by one? It is very difficult task for me. So what you can do, see here, it is showing display. In display, what it is showing, 20, right? It is showing 20. So what you can do, you can click it on 200. So click it on 200. So in a single page, you will get around 200 journals. So this will confine yourself to only 2 pages, right? Only 2 pages. So you need not click on next pages. Automatically 200s will be listed. So see, it has stopped. Previously we saw 19 plus, now it has reduced to 2 plus. Right? So you can check out for the journals like this. In the top 10. Say for example, now you don't want to go like in this. I don't want this. Then you can always click on this option. Automatically, what will happen now? This orange color will go out. Now, if you again click apply, it will take back to your normal thing. So now see, again we got 150 result. Now you say, sir, I don't want top 10 percentile and all, but I want to see my journals in the Q1 category. Q1 category are the journals which are of high quality, right? Between maybe which has a quality of metrics around 80% to 100%. They are classified under Q1. I think 75. It's a cutoff thing. So if you target such kind of a journal, you can now what you can do, instead of choosing show only titles in term, you can click first quartile. First quartile is the very highest top level quartile in Scopus. So you can click first quartile and again click apply. Again click apply. So once you click apply, now you see, right, 827. In the top 10, we had only 377. But in in first quartile, we have 827. So let us see, again, I'm going to just make it to 200. And let us take us the last journal, 827. Right, we will go for 827th journal. What is the 827th journal? Right, 827th journal. Right, so see, you could find how you can ask me how the Scopus is classifying itself. See, I told 75% is also included. How this Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 are classified based on this highest percentile only. So 75% to 100% percentile, it will come under Q1. So likewise, Q2, Q3, Q4, they are having different percentages. Right, 1 to 25 is Q4, 26 to 50 is Q2, Q3, 50 to 75, sorry, 51 to 74 is Q2, and 75 to 100 is Q1. So that's how the Scopus classify it. So here you can find numerous number of journals. Excellent, wonderful, right? So this is it. Say for example, sir, now I don't want immediately target because you already told me this is very high quality journal and I also need some thing. Then what you can do, you can uh, deselect this and check out for Q2, right? If you think it is quite impossible for you to publish in Q1 because they will definitely take more than 1 or 3 years, right? They will take more than 1 year or 2 year or 3 year to solve the problem, right? To get their paper published, right? So you can try out for Q2. You can try it for Q2 and click apply. And click apply. Okay, so please check 637 no sources found. Why? Okay, but it shows 637 results found. So let me refresh my site. Okay, let me click clear filters. Right now I have got. Let me try again. Apply. Now see. Now I have got. See, there is some problem with the website. Right. So now in Q2, in the Q1, how much we got? We got something around 827. Now in Q2 we have 637. See, the percentage starts from 74, right? I already told you 75 to 100 is Q1, 51 to 74 is Q2. Okay, so it starts from 74, the highest percentage. Then gradually it start coming down. So this is arranged in the ascending order. Right now we have how many here? We have 637 results coming out for us. So again I can click here, make it as 200 and you can find out the journals, right? You can always find out the journals. Say for example, sir, I am just a beginner in research, right? I am just a beginner in research. Then you can immediately, it is not possible for you to go to Q1 or Q2. In that case, you can click on Q3, right? You can try out for Q3. So deselect this, click Q3 and click apply. So once you click Q3, now you could find only 540 journals. See, coming up 49, right? 49 is the highest percentage. So 49, you are having this, right? So you are having so much number of journals. So here, how much we have? 540 result. Say for example that sir, I am just a budding researcher. Just now I am smelling the research. Then all the research scholars you can try out for Q4. Not necessarily that you have to go for 3 or 2. If you are going for 3, 2, 1, it's well and good. Otherwise, you can target for Q4. Since we are in the very beginning stage of our research career, we can check out for 4th quartile. But when you are checking out for the 4th quartile only, you have to be really careful because this is the area where you can find predatory journals, right? You can find a few journals doing a predatory practices. They'll get money from you and they publish innumerous number of papers. They publish in one issue like 100 papers, 200 papers, and pages will run for 2000, 3000, 4000 page numbers and all it will go. So you have to be really careful. So in Q4, we have how many journals? We have 446 journals. We have 446 journals and you can always navigate through this. And I think we already in the 200 thing. So you can always check out for these things. See, finally, I will. So 3 pages. It is running for 3 pages. So you can always check out for the very good number of journals. You can always check out for very good number of journals. So this is called as, this is how you can search based on the quality, right? What this is all about means it's based on the quality of articles which these journals are contributing. You can check this out. Now the next aspect which we are going to focus on, is a kind of source. Sir, I don't want to look after my journal in the form of quality, but I want to publish. If you take Scopus, it covers 4 different types. See here, source type, it is covering it. It is not only covering journals, it is also covering book series, conference proceedings, and trade publication. Right, conference proceedings as well as trade publications are also indexed in Scopus. Say for example, sir, I don't want the journals. Instead, I am looking for book series, books which are indexed in Scopus. Then what you can do, you can click on this and click on book series. Right, we are still in, all these are coming under our management domain only. So kindly remember that. So now, sir, I don't want the journals. I want only the book series, which is going to be which I am targeting for. So what you can do, you can click on book series and click apply, and click apply. Right, then click apply, and if you see, all these are book series. So here it's this 195. It's not only based on Q1, Q2, including Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. You have only 195 book series which are there inside the Scopus database in our domain. So you could, that's why you could say it starts from 88% and ends up with the least percentage. Right? What is the least percentage? See, this is another important thing. If you find any, right, if you find for them any sort of thing like NA, it means, right, it means these journals are removed. They are no longer inside the Scopus database. Wherever you find NA, it means those book series are no longer indexed in the Scopus database. So if you take again here, we are getting few things, right? So you can always check out for this. So these are all the book series. Say for example, you are choosing what to say. Say for example, you are trying to choose this. So once you choose this, now this will show you, right? Once, like the same metric even applicable even for our social sciences, even for the journals. When you click on the journal, what do you find? You find journal details coming up, right? You could find journal details coming up. And what they are saying, coverage years. This will show from which year this book series is got indexing in Scopus. So this, if you see, this is getting covered only in from 2019 to present. To present means till current date it is getting indexed, right? So how to check whether this year any paper has been published? You can click on this Scopus content coverage, right? You can click on the Scopus content coverage and it will show you the years. See, this year it has already indexed 160. So no problem, you can choose this journal. The same way you can also evaluate for your journals also, right? For this is the Scopus database. So this is called Scopus database. Likewise, what you can do, you can search for the journal. Say for example, sir, I am not interested in book series. Rather, I am interested in conference proceedings which are indexed in Scopus. Then you can deselect this and click conference proceedings, apply. So we have seen in our domain, we have only 10 conference proceedings which are there, out of which already 7 are not at all applicable. See, it has already shown not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. So totally what we have only 3 proceedings which are getting indexed in our Scopus. So you can click on that and see, and this one is also, coverage is also over, right? The coverage is also over. See, it's from 1995 to 2019. So no longer in 2020, it is not accepting anything. So this you cannot publish. Let me check out for this again. This is with regard to 2020. Let us check Corpus. See, this is also not possible because 2020, after 2020, they have not published anything. Then you can check out for third one. Let us check at least third one, at least whether that one is getting indexed. No, yeah, this is getting this. See, it is showing like 1998 to present. So you can check out. Say in 2021, 702 documents. So okay, that's great. Hmm. So this is how you can evaluate your journals also. So you can check any source of source type, and you can look out for this thing. Right? Normally, journal follows two kinds of thing. Right? They follow something called as a subscription and based access and open access. Open access means if you are preferring for open access means normally they carry publications or article processing charges. You can ask me why. Because they need some amount of money to make your article visible, right? When you choose open access, it is going to be available for free, right? For all the other researchers, not for you. For all the other researchers, it is going to be made available for free. So whenever they go to the journal site, they can easily download your full text, right? In that case, you have to pay some money to the journal for the maintenance purposes, right? They clearly mention what is the reason for which they are asking you the money. If you are asking like a subscription based thing, then you need not pay money because only your abstract will be visible. If I need to look into your journal, if I need to look into your paper, what I should do? I should purchase them. I should pay some dollars to purchase your article. So normally, if you choose open access, it will any journal it will carry a charges. If you are choosing a subscription based thing, then it won't carry. Right? So that is also there. Then you can also view metrics. Right? This is the latest every year. Now since 2021 is going, the latest year will be 2020. So you can check out the metrics for the journals for different years also by choosing the selective this thing. Right? So this is also over there. So this is how you can look out for, right? This is how you can look out for the finding of journals or selecting the journals. Right? Now there is a question. Next question comes for you all. Right? What is that next question that comes to you all? Sir, okay, I have 3,000 something journals like this, right? I have 3,000 journals something like this. How am I going to choose which one is the right one, sir? It's so difficult for me to evaluate each and every journal, right? It's so difficult for me to evaluate each and every journal. Then how can I, out of this 350 journals, how am I going to find my which journal is suitable for my paper, right? Which paper is going to suitable for my paper. So that what you can do, same we will go with Scopus, then we will look out for other thing also, right? So what you can do, you can go, there is something called as, right? There is something called as Scopus Journal Finder, right? Scopus Journal Finder, right? Scopus Journal Finder. So you could find this one coming up. Find journals, Elsevier Journal Finder. Right? Click on this. Right? Once you click on this, it will ask you for the paper title. Right? It will ask you for a paper title. So let me go to thing. I'll take a sample paper from here. Job satisfaction research paper. I'm just going to type, and this is coming immediately. This paper is coming. So let me search out for this. This got downloaded. Right? This got downloaded. So let it open. Let us wait for a few minutes for the file to open. Yes. Right now, this has got opened for me. Right now, you could find a paper. I don't know which paper it is. Just like a random, just for a job satisfaction, I'm going to select. So, what is the paper title? Job satisfaction, a literature review. So, copy this and paste it, because this asks for paper title, right? So you can copy paste, or if you have your own research paper, type the paper title there. Then it is asking for abstract. So let me go and copy this abstract, and paste it over here. So I'm just pasting it. Then it will ask, it is asking for keywords, and this person has given only one keyword, job satisfaction. So I'm going to give job satisfaction. So now all such things, so it will automatically come up. So I'm going to give like job satisfaction. So what is this your field of study? If you just, this is not mandatory, right? This is not mandatory, but still we know it's part of management. So you can click on business management and accounting, right? Whether any other areas which this will cover, no. Let us keep it as it is. Okay. Now let us come to that. So now I have entered the paper title, paper abstract, and then okay, and keywords, and I have also chosen my field of study. Now what you can do, you can click on find journals, right? Once you click on find journals, see it shows what, showing 20 journals matching your paper. See, we had 3150, right? Now what is happening, it is now showing for us only 20 journals, and what it shows, it is sorted based on your best match, right? Whichever journals best satisfies, which best matches your research title and your abstract, it is showing here. And another important thing, this is where you can decide about your journal selection also. So what does it ask? See, the first journal which comes to here is European Research on Management and Business Economics. So the site score, it is given, what is the site score of this journal? 8.3. Impact factor is given, very good, 5. In Scopus it is getting 5, very well appreciable. See, acceptance rate, right? That's what I say, Scopus journals don't accept in bulk quantities, right? The acceptance rate is only 5%. What is this 5%, sir, means? If they receive 100 papers, they are accepting only 5 papers. 5% means 100 into 5 by 100. So they are accepting only 5% of paper. And it will also show you how long will it take for the first decision. Say for example, you are submitting the paper to this journal, and you they will review and send you the first thing. No, how long will it take? So here, right here, you could find, right, 11 weeks, right? So say for example, today you are submitting, 11 weeks means it's almost 4 weeks, assuming 4 weeks a month. Only after 2.5 months, right? Only after 2.5 months you will get your first decision. If your articles is extraordinarily quality, first decision itself you will get it accepted. Otherwise, what will happen, in the first decision they will communicate to you whether your article is suitable for review process, whether your article is there any changes which you need to make, all such things. Then what is the time for publication? Means once they send you a mail stating that your paper is accepted, from that time it will take 11 weeks for you to get the published. So if you take on an average basis, assuming your paper is going to get accepted in the very first shot, it will take around 2.5. So 5 months for you to get your paper published in this journal, right? So that is what it means. So like see here, this is I think this is better. See here, first decision is 10 weeks, time for publication is 21 weeks. 21 weeks means 5 months for publication plus 2 months. So this will take around 8 to 9 months for your paper to get published. But acceptance rate is good, 22%. Here only 5%, here 22%, which means there is higher probability for your paper to get selected. So you can always navigate through this. Sir, what is this, sir? Disappointing, sir. right? You want to see the journals in terms of highest acceptance rate, right? Rather than this thing, what you can do, you can click on this and click acceptance rate instead of best match. Click acceptance rate. Once you click acceptance rate, whichever journal is having accepting rate, high acceptance rate, it will come up. So you could find here the highest acceptance rate is 24, followed by 22, 21. So it is coming in the descending order, 15, 13, 12, all these things. Say for example, sir, acceptance doesn't matter, but I want to look out for rapid publication. I want very small, within how many of them will, how many journals are publishing within a considerable, maybe within 1 or 2 months they are publishing. Then you can click out the same, click out for time to publication, right? Click out for time to publication, and you could find here, you could say you should also choose less time. Within less time, you are going to publish. See here, this time, this week, totally itself, this is taking only 6 weeks. 6 weeks means nearly 1.5 months, right? Very fast, right? Very fast, but you should also consider other factors. Only 10% acceptance rate is there. Scopus impact factor is good, but the publication, they are rapid. 4 plus 2, maximum 6 weeks, assuming you get your shot in the first side itself. Then you have another thing which is coming up to 7 weeks, maybe a 1 week extra. Then 14 weeks, 9 weeks, right? It's based on classifying 5 weeks. So it's taking 6 weeks. So you can also choose on this behavior. You can always choose on this basis also, right? So this is how we can do the journal selection, right? This is just with regard to the scopus, right? Different journals is having different practices, right? Different publishers is having different practices. Now, how to design my article, right? How to design my article for this journal. So you are very happy. Oh my God, I am so happy that my journal, I have a journal which is publishing for me within a period of 6 weeks. So now what you can do, now you have to look out the next question. How can I design my article so that it gets accepted here? So what you can do, just click on this journal website. Just click on this journal website, and this will take you to the journal web page, right? So now you could see this is taken to your Scopus web page, right? The journal web page, and here you could find read full aim and scope, right? Read full aim and scope. So now this will show you tourism management perspective is an interdisciplinary journal concerned with planning and management of tourism. Okay, planning and management of tourism. So, which means these journals accept only papers related to tourism. So, if your job satisfaction is related to tourism industry, this paper will accept. Right? Then what they'll say, it is also concerned with creation of image, short shaping of tourist experiences, tourist perceptions, and so on. So you can read that. And they are also specifically say, if it's going to be in the form of a case study, research note, opinion pieces, it has to be between 2000 and 5000 words. And they are giving some considerations also. What are the considerations? In case of empirical research article, please attach a copy of data collection instrument. See, these things you should, when you are submitting for this journal, not only the paper you have to submit, but also the questionnaire along with the interview protocols. And they should also be referred to within the manuscript. These will be published as a web-based version. So that you don't manipulate, right? So you don't use the same questionnaire and publish multiple papers based on the same questionnaire. So this is also you should keep in mind. Then a list of item and scaled data is required. Say for example, see, very beautiful, no? they have given here all the guidelines which is required in your paper. So you should keep these points in mind while writing the articles to these research papers. Standard deviation, skewness, kurtosis is requested, make normality assumption should be tested, right? All such things. Testing of adequacy of sample size should also be given. Color photographs can also be produced, all such things. So this is with regard to the journal selection. Then apart from this, you have also something called as guide for authors, right? Apart from which you should also click out for guide for authors. There are so many things. We are since we are running short of time, we will look into only the main aspect. So you can also check out for guide for authors. So once you click on guide for authors, it will take you the complete guide for authors. So you have, before you begin, what are all the points you consider during preparation, revised submissions, after acceptance, all such things. Your paper way. See, submission checklist. They have clearly given everything. Right? Ensure the following items are present: email address, full postal address. Then how your title page should be. They have clearly given the guidelines. Include full name, title, designation, email address, statement stating each author's specific contribution, names and emails of at least 4 potential reviewers who must be independent of the conduct of the research. Then with regard to manuscript, it should be 8,000 words. So maximum word limit is 8,000 or less. So this will include everything except the title, abstract, excluding the title, abstract, keywords, figures, something. Your paper size can be 8,000. Then include keywords, include highlights in full sentences, all figures, so you can note all these guidelines. Then you should give declaration of interest. They have given something about the publication, submission, declaration and verification. You should use inclusive language. You should communicate authorship, changes in authorship, what is the rules and regulations with regard to copyright, what are all the right authors have, what is the Elsevier support for sharing, what is the funding source, right? All such details are available. So you have to carefully read through and see if it is going to be quantitative methods, what are all the guidelines. If it is going to be qualitative research, what is going to be guiding? If it's going to be a mixed method, what is going to be the guiding? What software you should use for word processing? How your articles should be structured, right? They are asking even for curriculum. It is such a beautiful journal, no? And essential informations, which will be the title, author page, corresponding author, right? Details. Then highlights, abstract should be there. If it's going to be graphical abstract, how it has to be presented, especially in sciences, they take sciences and mathematics, they will go for graphical abstract rather than wordings, keywords, acknowledgements, footnotes. So all the guidelines, if it's going to be electronic artwork, see, everything is there. So I think you have to read these, all these journals, they have separate guidelines which is there available for you. So how to cite the references, everything is given here. You have to spend considerable amount of time in reading all these things, because only if your paper is confining these requirements, only if your journal is confining these requirements, they will accept. Otherwise, what will happen? They clearly know if you just like that submit the paper, your paper may be a very good one, right? But what they will think, these authors have never gone through the author guidelines properly. So it's wastes time in spending time in reviewing their papers, because they are not confining the according to the journal. So what they will say, thank you so much for your submission. Though your paper is really interesting, it does not cover within the scope of our journal, and they will reject it. So always keep these points in. So this is with regard to when you are trying to select a journal in Elsevier publications, right? When you are choosing for Elsevier publications, you have to keep these things in mind, right? So this is with regard to journal selection. Now let us look out for Web of Science, right? Because each and every publisher, they are having different dilemma, right? Different styles, different protocols which has to be followed. Now we saw completely into the scopus, right? The major core aspect. As I already told you, we have only another half an hour time we have to complete for. At least we will try to look out for Web of Science as well as the Springer publisher, right? Web of Science database, and we will look out for even the Springer publisher. So we will look into that, right? So is my voice is breaking? You could see a message coming up.
No, sir, it's clear.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
somehow they do not have the network at times, I suppose.
okay. Fine.
But yeah,
Then,
it's
madam,
clear.
can you check from your end? I think the voice is clear.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now let us go for the Web of Science. Right. Let us go for the Web of Science. Web of Science is also similar popular database like Scopus. So you can always look out for search. Right. Web of Science Journal Finder. Right. You can always click on that. So it will have a list of databases. So I'm just going to log in, right? Only if you log in, it will go. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on, I'm going to sign in through my Google, and I'm going to, yes, so I am now logged into my, wait, we are signing in. Okay, yes, now I have got signed in. So now you can search for journals. So click search journals, and okay, so you can check out for this. Okay, now click search journals. Here you could find so many filters coming up. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on Web of Science coverage, and Web of Science has 4 different course collections. Just like how in Scopus we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, we have 4 different collections under Web of Science. What is this? SCIE, SSCI, ASGI, and ESCI. So I am going, since we are from Arts and Humanities and Social Sciences, so let us choose these 2 indexes, right? I'm going to choose this. So once you select these 2 automatically here the pages in the see. In these 2 alone, we are around 4,995 journals. Then again, we also have subject area, right? Like what we can choose. So we can choose maybe business collection. We can choose arts and humanities. And we can also choose, okay, maybe social and behavioral sciences. So other things not necessary, and you can decide whether you want to open access. So let it be as it is, and as of now, let us stop with this. So now I have given 5 different filters. I want to look out for journal which are indexed in social sciences citation index, arts and humanities citation index, arts and humanities, business selection, social and behavioral sciences. Right? All such things, they are getting registered. Now, you can find the journal details here. Right? You could find how many. We have around 5,004 results coming up. So we have, see, our journal, accounting, finance and business studies, history, because we choose arts, humanities, social sciences, right? So everything will come up. Say for example, now I am going to remove arts and humanities and social and behavioral sciences. So I'm going to remove those things. So what is the thing? Still both are same numbers, right? Still both are same numbers. Say for example, I'm going to remove this one also. Right? Now you could find we have 3,561 journals with us. Right? So Academy of Management journals, these days journals are quite so popular. Right? Academy of Management Review, Accounting and Business Research, all systems. Right? You can just click on View Profile Page. right? You can click on view profile page. Once you click on this view profile page, what you can do, you can check out the journal details coming up here, right? Journal details coming up here. What is the journal website? Journal website, you can click on this journal website and select it. This journal was very first year published in 1970. Oh my god, right? 1970 it has got published, and the frequency of publication is bi-monthly, right? Once in they publish once in 2 months, right? Once in 2 months, and they have a issues, number of issues is 7 issues. So basically it has to be 6 issues because if it goes bi-monthly, it has to be 6 issues, but maybe they might have one special issue also, right? Special issue is also counted, so they are having like 7 issues. Country is England. So all those details you will get it. So journal impact factor, see, this is what the problem with regard to the Web of Science, right? We have to have a subscribed access to the JSR, otherwise these details will also be visible, right? Based on journal citation indicator, it's 1.37, 1.37, right? Okay, now what I'm going to refine this search furthermore, right? This is from all over the world. Now I'm going to go for category. I'm going to go to country and type India. Right? Let me say India. So I'm going to select India. Yes, okay. Once we do that, what is coming? Only 8 journals are available based on these 3 filters. We have only 8 journals which are there indexed in the Scopus. Sorry, not Scopus, Social Science Citation Index. So what we will do, we will try for even for all 4 categories, right? All 4 categories we will try to put, and we will put it in India. If I do that, what I'm getting around 346, but it is not only the business collection, it is inclusive even for mathematical sciences. So most probably our journals will be either in SSCI or ESCI. So let us try out for ESCI. How many journals are there in the ESCI? 242 journals are there, right? 242 journals are there, but still not sufficient enough. So I'm going to social science index is the right one. So we have all such business collections over here. If you want to choose only from India, say for example, now you would like to search in terms of frequency. Sir, I want to see monthly journals. See, there are journals which are getting published weekly basis also, right? Journals which are publishing on a weekly basis. So you can always do that, and see here fortnightly, every night they are publishing, right? So that is also there. So click on this monthly and no result. None of the journals is a monthly basis, right? No journals is found in monthly basis. Alright, so you can always use this refine option to scroll across the Web of Science database, right? Across the Web of Science database, you can select it. So hope this is clear. So this is how we can look out for journals in the scope in the Web of Science, right? Looking out for searching for journals, right? Searching for journals. So now let us go to the how to match our manuscript, right? Now just like how we saw in Scopus, where we found different journals with different manuscript, we can go about it. So, sir, how site score? So sorry, I think I'm seeing it late. Sir, how site score is calculated? So in Q&A, I will answer that question, right? Okay, that will be much better, right? Okay, so now I'm going to take you to the journal finder, right? Just like how we did for or this thing, we will look out for the journal finder. Just like how we had in the Scopus, we are also having it for web of things, for which where we have to go, sir. You could find something called as match manuscript. Right on the top, you would find something called as match manuscript. So what you can do, you can click on this match manuscript. So once you click match manuscript, it will again ask for the title. So I'm going to copy the same title, job satisfaction, the literature review. Paste it. Then I'm also going to copy the abstract because they are asking for the abstract. So I'm just going to copy it. And where is my thing? Yeah, I'm going to just place. So in Web of Science, this is the advantage. They'll ask only the title and abstract. No need for what? These keywords and the domain search and all. That and all not necessary. So what you can do, you can click on this employees. You can click on this employees, right? So click on this employees because it's not copied in the right manner. So what you can do, you can check out on this. So I think it's not properly aligned. So I'm going to align it. Right? I'm not going to align it. So I'm going just aligning it now. Right? So this is now, I think this sounds perfect. Right? So now I'm going to click find journals. Now I'm going to click out for find journals. So once I click find journals, it is searching for relevant journals. So matching keywords, automatically it will generate a keywords for you. Matching keywords, employees, motivation, business organization, proper attention, job satisfaction, managers, scholars. So for this manuscript, now I have 30 journals. Right now I have 30 journals which are there with me with top keywords. Right? What is the match score? You have something called as match score. Whichever journal is having highest match score, you can always prefer that. See here our match score is 0.30, 0.19, 0.19, 18, 17, 17. So I think it is coming as per the match score. So as per match score, this journal, what they are telling, quite so good. So you can always select the journal. Alright. So now let me take you, say for example, and okay, let me take from our own domain. I saw one journal. Right. Say for example, International Journal of Human Resource Management. So what you can do, you can click on this International Journal of Human Resource Management and go to the journal website. So click on this website, it will take you to the website. So now you could find the journal webpage coming up. So this journal is published by Taylor and Francis. Right? The publisher of this journal is Taylor and Francis. So you can click out for, first you can check out for journal metrics. See, these are all the things. Yesterday we saw, no, alt metrics is there, citation metrics, speed and acceptance, right? See, they are clearly given, right? First decision, 23 days. So within, say for example, you are submitting your paper today, within 23 days, they will communicate the first decision, right? Then 112 days average from submission to first post review decision. Then from acceptance to online publication, it is only 17 days. Say for example, today you get a communication that your article is accepted, then within a period of 17 days, you will get it published. But the acceptance rate is only what? 7%. Acceptance rate is only 7%. So some people are asking about what is a site score. Site score is nothing but total number of citations divided by total number of citable items published in a year. Right? That is called as a site score. Right? What is the total number of citations that the journal has received all this time divided by total number of articles published. So that is called as a site score. Right? So here you have citation metrics. See, the impact factor is 5.5.42, sorry, 5.546. I think this journal is also indexed in Scopus, so it is in Q2. Yesterday, do you remember we talked about impact factor and 5-year impact factor? See, the 5-year impact factor is 6.60067. Site score, S and IP, and we also discussed about the SJR, Schemago journal rankings, all such things. So you can always so totally we have 1.2 million downloads, views, right? So this is with regard to journal. Now you can check out for what are the aim and scope and coverage of this journal, right? What are all the areas these cover? See, they are clearly given in points. Future trends in HR, strategic HRM, international HRM, employment relation, workers' voice, labor disputes, employment law, diversity, talent management, career and global thing, people analytics, new way of working. All such things, they are available here. Right? All such things, they are available. So if your article falls under any of this statement, sorry, any of this domain, there are high chances that your article might get published. Then you can also look out for instruction for author, which is very much important. They have given COVID-19 impact on review. So they say the review might take some more time. Right? About the journal. See, under about the journal, you can click about you. If you like to know about what the journal is all about, you can click on this. If you are looking for preparing your paper, this is what is needed. The structure. What is the structure? They have clearly given the layout for your paper. Title page, followed by abstract, which should have followed by the keywords. Then your main introduction, material and methods, results discussion, acknowledgement, declaration of statements. So the word limit, we have 7,000 to 8,000 words. Format, free format submission. So there is no prescribed format. You can either submit it as Word, rich text document, or ODT, or even as PDF files, and they are given certain things. So checklist, make sure there is author detail. If it is going to be a graphical abstract, kindly it should be of 525 pixel. Video abstract between 4 and 6 funding details, disclosure statement, data availability, data disclosure. So kindly go through all these guidelines before you go. See, they are clearly specified. There are no submission fees or publication fees or page charge for this journal. Only if you have colored figures, if you are including color figures, they are asking some that is also free as well. If it is necessary for figures to be reproduced in color in print version, charges will apply. Right? For online, again, color is free. But in the print journal also, if you want to get it in color, they are charging. What is the charge? 300 euros per figure. And if it is going to be in different domain, then again, different aspect. So you are requested to see this is updated latest on the 24th April. So 2020. I think these policy changes, they have brought it in the last year. So this is how you can navigate and find out for the right journals. Right? You can navigate and search for right journals. Right? You can search for right journals. So like this, you can do for all the journals which are there indexed in the Web of Science. Right? In the Web of Science group. Now, lastly, I will take you to the last aspect with regard to the Springer, because Springer, Sage, Emerald are quite so popular. So I will take you to the last part. I will take you to Springer, but you can follow the same mechanism even for Emerald publisher or even the Sage publication, not an issue. All right. So let me reshare it. Yes. So I hope my screen is visible. Now you could find, I'm going to Springer Journal Finder. Springer Journal Finder. So you can click on Springer Journal Suggester. Right? Springer Journal Suggester. And this is also more or less like your Scopus. So what you can do, you can select the topic. Sorry, where is Pinja? Yeah, it is here. So you can type the abstract, manuscript text. Maybe you can take your abstract and try to find this out. Copy the abstract. Copy this abstract. Paste it here. Subject area, business and management, and suggest journals. So once you click on suggest journals, see, it is coming, right? Service, business, impact factor. See, first decision, see, very good now, 14 days. Within 14 days you get, but the acceptance rate is very low. So you are, it means your article should be really of high quality. So 14 days, 38 days, 21 days, 20 days, Asia Pacific Journal of Management, 20 days. See this one, 183 days. You have to wait for around 6 months for your first decision. This is good. 22 days, 64 days, all such things you can go. Say for example, now I'm going to choose this international entrepreneurship. So acceptance rate, impact factor, you can always click on wherever it is getting indexed. It is indexed in Web of Science. See, social science citation index. But I don't think it is there in the UGC CARE, well and good. But I don't think this is coming under Scopus. Yes, it is also covering under Scopus. See, it is coming under Scopus. It is also having a publication charges. Oh my God, $2,780. Right? So quite little bit high publication charges. So you can always evaluate it. Submit your manuscript. You can click on the submit your manuscript. So before that, just a second, they have clearly given you the aims and scope. What are all the areas which is covered? Right. So the journal focuses on diverse and complex characteristics of entrepreneurship in SMEs and large companies, and so on. So this is the another aspect. So click on submit your manuscript. So this will take you to the online submission page, right? So here you find something called as instruction for authors. So click on this instruction for authors. This will take you to another page, and here you have all the details again: type of paper, original article, empirical article, case studies, theoretical article. Yes. Hello. Any problem? Any problem?
No, sir, no, sir. Please continue, sir.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So off prints details are available. Then manuscript submission. So what does it mean? Submission of manuscript means the work has not been previously published before. All permissions, online submissions, title page. You should have the following information: title, author information, abstract. Alright, 150 to 250 words. It should not confine any undefined abbreviation. So you cannot give your own abbreviation or references. Only those abbreviations which are considered as standardized, well regulated, like UNO. When you say UNO, we all know it's like United Nations Organization. So such accepted thing only we have to put. And see, they are also asking for ORCID ID, all such things. Keyword, at least you should have 4 to 6 keywords. You should submit declaration. If there is any funding for your thing, you can always choose this. So text formatting, you can also use LaTeX, usually used in sciences, headings, footnotes, citation. So all such things you can look out for this. Alright, so you can clearly read through all these things. That's why I say journal selection is a very big process. Right? So what I would tell you is select an appropriate journal, read through what is their expectations, and then design your study accordingly. So in that case, this would be really useful. So this is with regard to the Springer, right? This is with regard to the Springer. Then you can also search in Springer also, right? You can also search in Springer, all right? The journals, like how we did for our Scopus and Web of Science, though Springer is not an indexing database, you can still search journals also, right? Search, you can click on the search option, and or you can also click on subject and click business and management. So maybe you will get different areas. So I'm going to click accounting, taxation and law, and you could find featured journals. So click on the see all. So now 22 in accounting and review, taxation and law, I have 22 journals, and the subscription rates are also clearly specified. So these journals are only related to Springer, not with related to any other else, any other aspect. So you can always search for, right? So this is how you can design your manuscript and look out for look out for journal selection. So with this, we will stop our presentation. I mean, concluding my presentation. I hope there is some sort of fruitful learning. So we can go for a Q&A session. Over to the organizers.
Sir, it is not some fruitful. This is much fruitful session, sir.
Yeah.
You said it's some of fruitful. It's much fruitful, sir. Very fruitful session, sir. Very fruitful, sir. According to me, participants, if you wish to ask questions from sir, you're welcome.
Yes, sir. Best commerce journal. I already told you, right? These top journals, they don't have something classification like commerce, because most of the topics which are there in commerce has now become as individual discipline. Like, so you have to search in that way. And a few journals are Few journals are free of cost. Few journals are paid. So that you get that information, you have to look into that particular journal web page, and you have to find it out, right? Yes, these journals are all paid. Yes, as far as what I have seen, I think these are all paid ones. Thank you, wonderful sir. Best plagiarism checker, Turnitin and Urkun. You can choose any of these two things. But I think these access only with your concerned library. Your university library or your college library can better get access. So always, that's what I say. Make use of your institution library. If they are not aware, make them aware. Push the management to subscribe for this. Right? When you go at an institutional basis, you will get for some concessions also.
So one question we have from Dr. Jagdish Maheshwari.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Jagdish Maheshwari.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Actually, sir, my question is that recently you taught about three databases like Web of Science, Springer, and Scopus. But sir, इन तीनों का जो डाटाबेस है वो अलग अलग होता है या सब में आपको सिमिलर सर्च करने को मिलेगा? जैसे एक जर्नल है.
Basically, I like to correct here. Scopus and Web of Science are databases, but Springer is not a database. They are basically the publisher, right? Okay. So, like even Scopus is not a publisher. Elsevier is publisher, right? Similarly, Clarivate Analytics is publisher. Likewise, Springer is a publisher. So, if you go for a publisher centric, you could find only those journals which are published by Springer alone. Right? Okay. You cannot find other journals. So it's like that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Like similarly, there are few journals which are indexed only in Web of Science. You cannot find those journals in Scopus database. Similarly, Scopus database has certain journals which is not indexed in the Web of Science. So the results may not. Of course, there are journals which are getting indexed in both the databases, Scopus as well as the Web of Science. In that case, you could find both journals coming in both the categories. Otherwise, the journals will be different.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Any other participant?
Is it equal UGC CAR list journal and peer reviewed journals? as far as the CAS guidelines, they say peer-reviewed journals or UGC CAR journals, but go for UGC CAR list. When you say it is peer review, make sure the peer review process is clearly defined in the journal site. Some journals will say it's a double-blind peer review journal. That's all. Such things you should not go about it. You should look out for journals where they clearly explain the peer review process. Right? There are many journals in Scopus and Web of Science where they have explained the peer review process itself, how your article will flow from the stage 1 till the stage of publication. If the journal is clearly laying such things, you can always claim for peer review journals.
Thank you, sir. Any other participant? I suppose no, sir. So let us conclude with this vote of thanks with the sir.
Which
one question.
foreign language journals or Scopus index? I think almost Scopus coverages almost many countries. It has journals from US, Germany, France, Italy. It has journals from across the world.
Yes. Any other question?
It has many foreign journals. Foreign language means I could find you can check it out. Right? Normally English is quite acceptable, and there are also language journals also.
Okay, fine, sir. I think no more question from the participants. Any other? So I think you have thrown a very fruitful session today, and I think you have incited very much clearly and with very ease how to search for journals, how to search for manuscripts, how to go for titles. So I think today's session was very, very fruitful, and surely, sir, our team, like TIC team, will surely follow such Scopus and Web of Science and Springer for future publications also. So we will surely do all such things, and will surely refer all those whatever they're asking for to publish in Scopus or Web of Science journals and Springer also. As you said, Springer is, I think, it's a publication, and whereas Scopus and Web of Science is it's a database. So surely, sir, we'll read all the instructions before, because as such we have not yet published the paper in Scopus and Web of Science. So surely, sir, with your insight and with your guidance and with your today's fruitful session, surely, sir, we will work on it. And I suppose, and I think today's session for all the participants were very, very good. Those who are really attended and those who really noted down all the points, and those who really missed the session, they can go over to YouTube live channel and they can listen to all those what sir has delivered today. Thank you so much, sir, for insightful session, sir. Very, very thanks, sir. Very, very thanks, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for all for your active participation, and once again I always express thanks to management of TIC for creating this wonderful opportunity. Follow these guidelines. It will take time. You cannot do it within a fraction of day. At least even if you start today, I can guarantee if you are really honest, you can definitely get it into within a period of 1 year or 2 years. So that's what I say. It's a long process. So
definitely,
if they gave some negative response, it's all part of learning. Right before we reach a success, we have to face. There's a popular proverb, right? Failures are stepping stone for success.
Exactly,
so
sir.
Your failures as a stepping stone. One day, definitely, you will reach a point where publishing in a Scopus index journal or a Web of Science index journal is just like just a very easy task for you. So
yes, I believe, sir, every stage is a learning stage, sir.
Yeah.
So every stage is a learning stage. So we surely will learn regarding this thing, sir. And sir, we are from a commerce background, so at least we can sit together and we can search on it everything, and we can really into 2 or more 3 faculty members. They can sit together and can work on it and can really publish the paper along with the co-authors also. So let's see from day itself when you are delivering this lecture. So we'll really sit together after completing the session, and we'll really think about a certain topic, and we can really search it out first of all. And as you said, negative comments, okay, sir, we can, no problem with that, because every stage is learning stage. We'll learn something from those negative comments also, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for insightful sessions. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you all. We will meet tomorrow. Again, an interesting topic tomorrow, how to
Yes,
find
sir.
the predatory journals, right? Which you should also be very much aware of, because otherwise they will loot money from you. So, so be careful. Tomorrow is very interesting topic. We'll see how to predatory practices these people are doing. So thank you all. Until such time.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks. Participant, the link is shared in the group and a YouTube channel. Please fill the feedback form.